Hello Busty girls, welcome back to my channel. I am your girl Terry. In today's video I am going to share the benefits of having large breasts. So it's really funny, when I tell people what my breast size is, which is a 32H, initially they don't believe me. I'm wearing this top on purpose just to prove that I am really that size. But the thing is that I've worked really hard over the years to figure out ways to find bras that fit well and to dress my body so that it looks tasteful and classy. I'm doing a little bit much. I'm doing a little bit much today, but as I said, I just kind of wanted to show you all that yes, I am a busty girl. And so what I've also learned over the years is that you don't have to be ashamed of your body, right? You want to dress in a tasteful and classy manner, but that doesn't mean that you have to cover up. You don't have to wear frumpy looking clothes, turtlenecks up to here, because as a matter of fact, what that does is it elongates your breasts and it makes them look even larger. Okay, so hopefully this video will be helpful to someone, and so let's get into the benefits of having large breasts. All right, benefit number one, you fill out your tops better, right? And I mean, there's a fine line between filling out your tops really well and then overdoing it. And you know what? Sometimes the occasion calls for overdoing it. But definitely when you have larger breasts, when you put on a top, you don't have to worry about seeing a lot of maybe creasing or crinkling in the top because you have so much volume and you're able to fill that out. All right, benefit number two, no need to worry about padding. You already have built-in padding. So I've heard from some of my friends who have smaller breasts that when they buy certain tops, I think some of them are called shelf bra camisoles or something like that. If they don't come with the padding, then they tend to look a little ill-fitting. Whereas for a busty girl like myself, and for those of you out there, when you wear a camisole or a shelf bra or even a swimsuit, there's no need for you to have any padding because it's already there. All right, benefit number three, larger breasts actually provide more heat. So when it's cooler outside, because of the body fat and the tissue that you have in such a large volume, what that does is it helps to keep your body a lot warmer. I never knew that until I started researching this, but it is a fact. But it is a fact that larger breasts hold more body heat. Benefit number four, most men are wired to be attracted to larger breasts. They're genetically wired for that. And the reason being is their brain is wired to be attracted to a female who has larger breasts because in their mind, it's very primal, right? But that translates to this woman would be able to nourish my offspring if we were to have children together. Benefit number five, everybody loves a nice pair of breasts. And larger breasts at that. And I think maybe it's because it kind of translates to a woman being a lot more nurturing. You know, a lot of women tend to breastfeed their children, so maybe that kind of translates in people's minds, not necessarily. And I'm saying this because it doesn't have to necessarily be from a sexual attraction. It could be more from the standpoint of, oh, she reminds me of my Nana, or I don't know, maybe that's not a good example. But studies show that larger breasts tend to make people appear like they are nicer. So women that have larger breasts come across as being a lot nicer, a lot more approachable. Larger breasts also garner a certain level of respect. After all, boobies feed the world. Oh my goodness. Number six, women who tend to have larger breasts tend to be a bit more self-confident and they feel a lot sexier. And I think that is, and I'm not saying this is for all women, you know, if you don't have large breasts that you're not confident, so please don't take it that way. But studies have shown that women who have fuller breasts tend to be a lot more confident about their body. You've seen as of late, over the past, I don't know how many years, a decade, maybe more women are opting to get breast enhancement surgery. Whereas I myself, on the other hand, am actually looking into possibly getting a reduction. But it kind of evokes this idea of a more sensual, sexual female when she has larger breasts. So benefit number 7, and I found this to be kind of interesting. So apparently women who have larger breasts sometimes tend to make more money just based on their appearance, or they are favored over their female counterparts who have smaller breasts when they go into an interview. So let's say both women have the same qualifications, the same experiences, but if one happens to have a heavier bust size than the other, then oftentimes, and especially if it is a man who's conducting the interview, he will tend to favor the woman who has larger breasts. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And then in the article I read, it also said that women who have larger breasts tend to move up the corporate ladder a lot sooner than women who have smaller breasts. Now, I worked with women who are of both. You know, some had larger breast size, some had smaller breast size. I didn't notice that, but that's just something that I wanted to kind of call out, and maybe it goes back to the whole confidence thing. But if you're looking at, because let's face it, a lot of the people who are in hiring positions tend to be men. So if that primal nature kicks in and they're conducting an interview, they may tend to favor the larger breast size woman over the smaller breast size woman. Number 8, more enjoyment in bed. And again, this kind of goes back to that whole school of thought that women who have larger breasts tend to be more confident in their bodies. And that would also, I would imagine, carry over into the bedroom. Men tend to enjoy seeing a female's naked body if she has larger breasts. So I could kind of see that happening as well too. So yeah. Benefit number 9 is women who have larger breasts tend to give the best hugs. And I can attest to that. I've had people tell me that I give the best hugs. And I'm also a hugger, so I love hugging people. But I know that when I would hug my grandmother because she had larger breasts, it just felt like you really received a hug, right? And I just loved snuggling up to her and laying on her chest, you know, whenever we would go and visit for the summer sometimes. I didn't do it often, but every now and then, you know, I would be able to just snuggle up to grandma, and I just remember her pillows. And the other part to that too is guys tend to want to hug women that have larger breasts. They're guy magnets, right? They just are. So I guess that's another benefit. Unless you don't want, I mean, I don't like random guys hugging on me. Matter of fact, at church, I always shake hands if I don't know the man at church. So there's that. Okay, so there you have it. Those are the benefits of having larger breasts. I'm not saying that I believe every single thing I mentioned in this video is fact, but I thought it was a lot of fun to kind of do a little bit of research behind this and share it with you all. So Busty girls, if you enjoyed this video, and I guess anyone, if anybody enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.